Sweet. Right, should we crack straight on with it then, Morph?
Yeah, let me just mute the phone. Okay.
So,
Yeah, all good. Let's go.
Nice one. So we're going to start off with some quick fire questions, mate. I'm just going to hop straight into it.
Right, okay, yeah.
So, favourite TV show?
Of all time, Mandalorian. There we go.
Mandalorian.
Yeah. Trust. Yeah. That, well, I mean, if you've seen that, that's, yeah. It's
I ain't seen it. My my girlfriend's brother's really trying to push me into it and get me into it, but
yeah. You don't even have to be a Star Wars fan. This is the thing.
Is it?
Like,
Really?
Yeah. It's So, no, go ahead.
I was going to say, can you pick it straight up from without watching the movies in order and sequence and all that?
Exactly that.
Cool.
You don't necessarily need to know certain things, but then you'll start watching it and then you'll be wanting to understand a bit more as well. So it's kind of one of those shows that you'll go away and you might do a bit of research and be like, "Oh, is that what it is?" Do you know?
Yeah. That's cool, man. Oh, sound right. Favorite video game?
Last of Us Part 2.
Last of Us. I've heard great things about that game.
Yeah. See, I'm a bit of a nerd for games.
Yeah, no, of course.
Yeah. So like I like all, like cinematic films.
Yeah.
But in games and like the graphics, like a proper it's a bit of a weird one.
Yeah,
I've no doubt about graphics. Like if I see something like that looks real, like that's a bit
Red
of
Dead.
Yeah, man, trust. Yeah.
I really want to play that new Spider-Man game, but I've got an Xbox, so it's speed.
We'll lead on to that. Right. Quick one question: Xbox or PS4? Well,
PlayStation guy, man. Yeah.
I'll hold the L.
I have a story about that though, because I had do you know the Xbox 360 days?
Yeah.
So I was originally Xbox 360, but I had to send my Xbox off 4 times to Germany because I had the red ring of death. Do you know what I mean?
This. Yeah.
So I was like, after that, I was like, nah, I've got to kind of move on. Do you know what I mean? So,
yeah. No, fair enough.
Favorite athlete?
Muhammad Ali. Hands down.
Ali. Respect. Yeah. Best sandwich?
Cheese and ham.
It's
proper basic.
You can't go wrong with the classics. You can't go wrong with the classics at all.
Mate, it's proper, like, this is the thing, because I knew this is, like, it's proper basic sandwich, right?
Yeah.
But it's one of those that you can have at any time of day, innit? Because it's just a simple cheese and ham.
I'm not having that.
I mean?
I'm sorry, I'm not having that more. I'm expecting more from you.
I know. It's not. But
are you putting it in like a toasty? Are you melting it?
This is it. See, there's many potentials of how you can have this. You can put it in a toaster.
But then again,
you can have it normal, like
anything with cheese is going to be good. If you've got melted cheese in it, you're winning. I mean, there's probably some worse things you can put with cheese in it. But true. Right, I'm going to leave that one there. It's going to your best outfit. What's your best outfit?
Big night out.
You know what? Oh man, I'm quite simple when it comes to outfits. Like if it kind of looks good, I'm more of a crepe man. So trainers. Like, me. So So like the Puma RXs, which are quite.
Let me have a quick look at this.
I think I have an idea.
It's a simple crepe, man.
Yeah.
Are you more of a Nike or Adidas man?
So I would say when it comes to crepes, Nike. When it comes to clothes, Adidas.
Yeah, I can see that. I think Nike can definitely kill the game of the crepes at the moment for sure.
100%, man. 100%.
I do quite like those Puma ones. To be fair, what do they look like? They look a bit kind of like Yeezy-like in a way.
A bit, yeah. Very loud colours as well.
Yeah. They're similar in the sense that you can get different. It's a bit of a weird one. I collect them. Those RXs. So I have quite a few in different colours. Cool. And they're quite in price range. So like you get like a low end price range and then you got like a high end price range as well. So like there's a lot to pick from, man.
Fair play. What's the best thing you can cook more?
Jerk chicken, rice, vegetables. That's my team.
I'll rate that. I'll rate. You can't go wrong, man. You cannot
trust me. I'm saying, like, if I have a girl over, that's the thing. That's what I do it for, innit? Yeah. Hands down.
Who's the most famous person you've met?
Boy, probably say Will Smith.
Will Smith.
Met Will Smith.
No, what was that? Tell us everything about that then.
I was young. I went because I was a massive fan as a kid. So
of course.
Managed to get the opportunity to go to. Remember that film iRobot?
Oh yeah, of course. What a great film that is. Jeez,
yeah. So went to that premiere, met him as a kid, and then Yeah, it was weird, man. He's not like when you're a kid, like he's like, oh, I'm 6 foot, like whatever, and he's like, he's not actually that tall. Do you know what I mean? When you see him in real life, nah. Yeah, but no, it was yeah, I got a picture. I got a little signed picture.
No way.
That's fair play.
You'll always have that. You'll always have that.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
100%.
Right, that's the quickfire questions done with.
Basically, we want to ask you, what was your Spotify Wrapped like?
So, because if anyone who's been following me, my career really started towards the start of last year.
Yeah.
So it wasn't in comparison to some of the people who now follow me and who I follow and so on and so forth. I wouldn't say it's on that grander scheme of things, but in terms of plays for what I did, I think it was I was in 18 countries.
That's decent.
And I think it was nearing about the 7K mark in terms of like overall plays.
So you're happy with how the Manifest done?
Oh, so Manifest came out after the Raps. So Raps was
is it?
last year.
Okay. Yeah, because you released a couple singles before, and then Manifest came out after that and included all the album songs and that.
That's right. Yeah. So Manifest came out at the start of this year, and that's been doing pretty well. Yeah, to be fair, in terms of
we'll get into that in a bit, mate. But before that, we'll keep with the trivial stuff. What's your Mackey's order?
Mackey's order, man. Do you know what? I had a bit of a bad experience with Mackey's once, so I was a bit like kind of stayed away from it for a long time. But I'd say chicken select meal.
What sauce you going for with that chicken select meal as well?
It's that spicy sauce, you know. Sweet chili spice. Yeah, that's the one.
Very respectable.
Fair enough.
Did you see saying that jerk chicken is your favorite thing to cook? They released like a jerk chicken burger. There was a bit of backlash about it. I'm not too sure if you heard about it. I
think I might have heard about this. I might have seen it, but from what you said, it probably didn't last too long.
You didn't try it?
Nah.
No time for that. No time for that.
Yeah, I can't be doing that.
Right, this is the final question before we get into a song more.
Okay.
Go to the barbers. What are you asking for? What trim?
I have a simple one, man. So it's just the sides, as you can probably see from the sides, and then just leave the top. Yeah. Fair play. You go to the same barbers? Yeah. Shout out Bolloway. Yeah. On Oki Road, as we know.
Big shout. Right, so tell us, what is it like in the day in the life of Morph?
Right now, busy.
Now, fair enough. But pre-lockdown, what did life be?
It's all. It's busy. I'd say I'm a bit of unapologetically a workaholic. I'd say. Yeah. So I'd have it. Yeah, it's one of those I get people who's like, you're always doing something. You're always doing something. It's just the way I am. So whether if I'm actually just doing my day-to-day activity or if I'm doing something to do with music, I'm always like staying active. So that's kind of my day.
That's good. It's a good way to be. Definitely.
Right, so we're going to talk about sort of what music inspired you. So growing up, who did you listen to, and is there any particular artists or genres of music that inspired the music that you create today?
Good question, man. So I grew up in a musical household. So my dad was, in fact, a DJ with his brother as well. So there's always like rave music, African music, Caribbean, Jamaican music in the household. So that was what we listened to when we were kids. I think even from that, a lot of like US rap, UK rap, soul to soul.
So what age did you start listening to rap and get into that, and who were sort of some of the prominent artists growing up?
Yeah. So I'd probably be about secondary school days. So it was Chip.
Definitely OG for sure.
100%. And he was like near the sort of young age group when he first come out.
Yeah,
as well. So that was
he was quite young when he blew up, wasn't he?
He's been around for ages. What do you think about him sending for Stormzy then?
I think I want Stormzy to reply, man, as well as everyone else.
The thing is that he sent for him once and Stormzy didn't reply, and now he's sending for him again, and it kind of looks like he's begging it a little bit, to me at least, because I think Chip's got a new album or something coming out, so clearly he's just trying to do it for promotion, and Stormzy's inviting, but to me it just comes off a little bit desperate from Chip in a sense.
I think what it was, because there was a song that got released as well recently, which was Gets and Stormzy, is Skeng Man. That song that come out, and I believe there must have been an indirect sort of line which was
I've read
towards
about
Chip.
this. I think there was,
Yeah. So I think that was kind of like the whole
probably
I'm gonna send for you again sort of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I hear what you're saying, but I think at the same time, it in the scene, as long as if no one gets hurt, I think it's good for the scene, man. To have, because it's that competitive nature. Everyone's trying to get to the top as a rapper and believe in their craft. You know what I'm saying? So
it's
if
like,
you're at the top,
looking now, you see like Chip and Bugsy, they've made a song together now. So a lot of the time, it's sort of it's not necessarily that sincere, but if it mutually benefits both of them, then and it's making good songs, then why not?
I got a question to you on that then. So for those, so that similar situation with Bugsy and Chip for when they were beefing, and then now that they are looking civil and so on and so forth. What's your kind of take on that? Do you think that's needed, or do you think that's a bit
being civil with one another?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good question. I think the music that came out of that, and that kind of allowed for Bugsy's sort of blow up, that enabled that. So inevitably, that's a good thing by itself. And I think if they're remaining in that conflict with each other just to save face and to make it seem to everyone else that they're being genuine back then, if they genuinely get on with each other and there's no beef there and they're going to progress and make music with each other, to me it doesn't matter that much. As long as they're being honest with themselves and their fans, I think that's what's most important.
I think for me, I think the work that came from them beefing, in my opinion, was better than the collaboration they've done recently. So I think that answers itself.
So maybe you can say when they're in competition with each other, it pushes them to their best compared to when they're collaborating with each other.
No, I hear what you're saying, guys. I hear what you're saying. I think
on the topic of that, is there anyone in particular that you would like to rap battle with?
I don't want no smoke, man. That's not. That's something that's not.
You don't need to say for anyone, but if there's anyone you'd like to, like share the stage with, sort of go back to back with. Is anyone in particular that you'd like to start with?
I'd say
go back to back with one person. Who would it be?
Whoa, back to back. Do you know what? I absolutely admire Gets as an artist, man.
Gets is sick.
He's his own artist. Do you know what I'm saying? So to be able to share the stage with him would be that would be a blessing.
I think Gets is massively underrated actually. Song Skepta IC3, I thought that was sick. So talking about sort of the more contemporary rap scene, who nowadays do you listen to? Who's your favorite artist basically?
So I'll probably say I got a couple, man, and it's gonna surprise you because it's not everyone who's in rap as well. Hands down. So I mean, if I was to say even in this scene, in the rap scene, like I would say, so like Digga D as well. Digga D's cold. Unknown T as well. I kind of, with Unknown T, when he started out, I didn't quite get it, and then going along and seeing his career and then going back on his career, like he's a talented guy, man. Because in terms of his rapping ability,
it was quite mad how Homerton B just propelled him straight to that, and since he's been given that platform, he's pushed on and he's continued to make good songs and obviously made a career out of it. So
absolutely.
Who else then do you look to in terms of artists?
Yeah, I would say so even like not even talking about rap, like I listen to R&B, I listen to rock music, I listen to literally anything. So there's a singer in America called Her as well. She's sick, man. Sick. Stage presence is crazy, man. And there's also an African artist as well called Wonder Banton as well. He's done a song with Cranium as well. So if you don't know who that is, check him out because he's
definitely.
Well, no, I haven't heard of him, but I'll have a look after. Well, I think that sort of, you're speaking about your versatility in liking different genres of music. I think that shone through in the Manifest EP, like your ability to rap on different types of music. Like you've got house track in there, you've got more D&B track in there, obviously you've got some grime tracks in there, some slower songs, some storytelling. How do you sort of mix up your flow from song to song? Because there is a lot of variation in the way that you spit.
Yeah, that's a good question, man. I think it's a funny one because I don't really tackle the flow first before I jump on the track. I listen to the track and then catch a vibe off the track first. You know what I'm saying? So I would never usually kind of go into the situation when I'm creating music saying I've got an idea that I want to put on paper straight away. It's more that I have to kind of create a vibe sort of thing. So that will then, in terms of the beat, listening to the beat, that will kind of shape how I would flow on a certain beat and so on and so forth. Do you know what I mean?
So do you write your lyrics before you hear the instrumental or whatever, or do you listen to the instrumental, see what vibes you get from it, and then write depending on the beat?
Yeah, of course, man. So I would tend to, I wouldn't usually just write without an instrumental. I can do, but that's more like my poetic side. So when if I'm writing something which is a bit more a cappella, then that's not going to be, that'll be without a beat. But I tend to get the beat first, or have a beat which is a similar sort of tempo, and then write to it that way.
Yeah. And
then from that's how I start to structure things up, really.
Yeah, fair play, mate. So obviously you've been on Blackbox, you've been on Link Up TV, BBC. What was it like being on Blackbox TV and Link Up TV? Blackbox TV, Blackbox and Link Up TV.
Yeah. No, they're massive platforms, and I'm truly grateful for the support that they've given me so far as well, really. So being on those was just a proper genuine and a blessing of a situation to be able to share my music at such an early stage in my career with all the people supporting their channels, as well as being able to reach people who I may not have reached, I guess, starting out, just putting stuff out my own sort of thing.
I mean, for someone who started out only, in 2020, to be able to have the opportunity to go on Blackbox and Link Up TV is something amazing. So,
I think it speaks to your ability, man. I think it speaks to your ability.
Yeah, definitely.
You've been in both of them. So, how was shooting the music videos for Blackbox TV and Link Up TV?
Yeah. It's good fun, but it's a lot of work at the same time as well. What you see, the final edit, you're so happy for seeing the final edit once it's done as well, because you know what you've done to get to putting that together. So
of course.
in terms of I think the last video I had, which was Wait, produced by Craggle, shout out Craggle. That was a full day shoot. At a location as well. So we had, I don't know if you saw that, there's a few cars that were in there, some models in there, and all the mates there as well. So it's a matter of getting people there at the right time, being able to shoot in certain scenes, and I don't think for that day, I ate nothing. I didn't eat anything at all for that whole day.
Oh God.
Yeah, because you're just going from left, right, center. But it's good. It's a fun process.
How much say do you have in your videos in terms of the creative process behind it?
A lot of say. Yeah, because I'm an independent artist as well. So a lot of the vision and what I'm trying to create is definitely come from myself. But I've got a really good team of colleagues that I work with as well at the same time, who we bounce off ideas off each other and piece things together, man. So that's how it works, really.
Okay, sweet. So you mentioned that your career's taken off last year, so you may have not had the opportunity to do this, but what is the best performance that you've given, and what is the best performance that you've actually seen, aside from your Will Smith performance?
Yeah. So I say years ago, well, yeah, it's definitely years ago now. So I kind of started music, and then due to, I guess, what I was going through in life and growing up, I had to kind of put it on pause. But there was a period in time when I was performing and I was young here as well, at under 18s up in Surrey. So I don't know if you know Guildford as well. Yeah. So I was I used to perform there with a few of my friends as well. At some under 18s there, and these were sold out under 18s, and I don't even think they knew who we were at the time, and they were still there enjoying the music and that. So I think that was a great experience at the time. And
you go by the name of Morph back then?
I did, yeah.
So it's been a while since,
but it was a little bit of change in the name, and I ain't going to disclose that just yet.
Fair enough, we understand.
Yeah. But no, it's on there. There's definitely still some stuff on the internet. But I think now, because I haven't been able to perform yet, I wouldn't say there's anything recent in that sense. But going back onto your second question of the best live performance I've seen is probably Kano.
What was that?
Yeah. So this was my first rave experience, man. So this was in Elephant Castle. There was a venue that was called the Coronet, which is no longer about now. But this is my first, you know, when they used to have like Ministry of Sound raves and it's go crazy, like drum and bass mixed with like grime artists and stuff, and Kano performed there at Coronet, and I was like, raw, I want to do that. That's what I want to do one day.
I think Kano is just, I think he's, out of all the artists on the scene at the moment, he's the OG. I think his. Do you see his recent music video where he's in the car? I can't remember the track, but that I absolutely love that. His creative direction, his music, I think is quality. To be inspired by that, I completely get you.
And also, obviously, his role in Top Boy as well, and the influence of that.
We can't.
Insane actor, absolutely.
Right. So next question, Morph. Any 3 artists that you could have on your next album, no matter how big or small, which 3 would it be?
Drake. Obviously, I'm gonna put it into the universe. Why not, Drake?
Yeah, cool.
Manifest it, mate.
We'll see what we'll do. We'll send them a DM later on tonight. We'll try and hook it up for you.
Definitely.
Hey, listen, any little helps. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 2 other rappers. It's a good. I'll go back to her. I know I said it before, but I think she's mad cold. So like that would be sick to have her on the album.
Well, I think especially on your album, you're tuned with female vocalists as well as sick. So I think that
love for that.
Yeah, that works well. And your final pick, who would that be?
I'm gonna go for a producer. I'm gonna say Timbaland. Yeah, Timbaland. Like, because I've been watching quite a few of his lives on YouTube recently of him making beats.
Okay.
And he's still a G, man. Still a G in his beats,
definitely.
man. And I think
he's been up for ages.
Oh, but yeah, literally legend. Trust.
Interesting 3 choices, you know. I like them. Definitely.
Nice.
Complete mix.
Right, next question. I'll rate this question. I think this is a good one. Which 5 rappers or music artists would you have on your 5-a-side team? So yourself and 4 others.
This is a question, man. Okay. I'm just going purely from what I've seen as well. So I think this actually might be a bit of a good team. We'll go with KSI because I play football.
Cool. A few crossbar challenges.
Yeah. I think he can probably hold his own. Do you know what I'm saying?
On
the team, so
he's big.
We'll go with that.
He is big.
Yeah. Young Philly, because I watched that charity football match.
Yeah, he put a good shift in that charity football match.
He did.
You wouldn't go for Chunks then.
Shout out Chunks, but we're going with Young Philly for this one.
Yeah, cool.
And then who else? Joe Black, because he's in the team. He's a rapper as well. Check him out if you.
Joe Black, but we'll go for it.
Need to get some.
Yeah. And there's also Don Strapsy as well, who's also in football.
Fair. I reckon Don Strapsy would be very vocal on the pitch.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's a good team.
Yeah, decent team. Well, on the flip side, what footballers would you include in a cipher with yourself?
Footballers in the cipher.
What footballers do you think have bars?
I think Lacazette's probably got bars, you know.
Yeah. You know what?
I feel like. Yeah.
You know what I saw earlier? Yannick Bolasie on BBC One Extra, and he's got bars. He's actually sick. Yeah.
I've heard something about this, you know.
Go watch Yannick Bolasie on One Extra. He's actually pretty sick.
That's jokes. That's hilarious. I was thinking about the other day as well. Someone said that Akinfenwa has got a song. He's got a song apparently. Yeah, it's somewhere on YouTube apparently. But he seems like you could probably pull off that persona as well because he's a massive guy, bro. So
of course.
So are you going to go for them too then?
Yeah, we'll go for that. That's calm. Yeah.
Right. Final question. What, if any, conspiracy theories do you believe in?
I mean, I wouldn't say.
Yeah, we're not gonna hold you accountable or liable or anything, but just
no. I say it on my chest, innit? I say it on my chest. Don't worry about that. It's all good. I'll say, well, look, we're not the only people on the earth, innit? I think aliens, bruv.
Aliens, 100. I don't think that's a conspiracy. I think that's factual.
Yeah, but
the possibility of it actually being real. Definitely.
Have you ever got in them situations when you're actually like on YouTube trying to find alien footage, and you're just like,
and you end up convincing yourself, you're like, oh, deep. But okay, I'll ask you another question following up from that. Do you think aliens have been to Earth?
I think they're already here, mate. I think they're already here. There's someone. This guy's there's someone in a little human costume, bruv, just walking around like
a little Roswell, New Mexico crash.
Something like serious.
Area 51.
Yeah.
Do you believe in when people say that aliens helped build the pyramids? Do you believe in that?
That's an interesting one.
Because I think it's very, because the science behind it, like
there's some weird stuff. Also, the coordinates of the Pyramid of Giza, I think, to 9 decimal places is exactly the same as the speed of light.
That's mad. That convinced it for me, I think. The exact coordinates as well.
This is what's that program? Is that Ancient Aliens or something that is?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I hear that. I think with that, I don't know. I think it's a tricky one, right? Because I know the Egyptians, as well as like the Romans as well, were really like mad ahead of time in terms of what they were doing. So there's probably some things that one nation of people might build that another nation can't understand, you know what I'm saying, at the same time, and trying to work it out. So
also certain intelligence and like processes are lost in translation. Like throughout time, there's how to do something is lost in translation. So
that's it.
I think it's an interesting one, and we could sit here and talk about it.
We could sit here and talk about it.
That's a whole nother show.
Yeah, definitely. We'll have to get back on for all of that. But basically, to finish off, what have you got coming up that you want to promote? Anything in particular?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it's what you mentioned before. So Manifest, that came out in January as well. So Manifest EP is out now. We're doing a few campaigns behind that as well. So this Friday, I don't know when this is coming out, but there would have been on my IG live a competition. I'm also inviting Leah Sanderson, who's going to be having a chat with me, as well as Kay Rano, who's the producer of Easy. Leah Sanderson was the singer on Entanglement there as well. We're just going to be catching up there. So it's going to be on my IG live. And we've got some projects in the running. All I'll just say is watch this space, because this year, from what I know, is going to be even bigger and better. So
you're just getting started, mate. Honestly, big things coming for sure.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Nice one, Morph. Well, we're going to call it a wrap there. Thank you very much for hopping on.
Thank you very much, mate.
No, just give me a shout if there's any other information that you need. You've got my email and my contact details there. So just give me a shout there. Yeah.
Perfect, man. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah. Thank you very much for hopping on here.
Well, no worries at all. Take it easy. Have a good rest of your day.
Wish you the best of luck.
Safe.